Attitude of success. While planning your day is the ultimate power move. In the morning era, time is the only currency that cannot be printed, borrowed, or recovered once spent. We live in an age of hyper distraction, where notifications, emails, and the constant roar of the digital world compete for our most precious resource, a day. Many people navigate their lives in a state of constant reaction, bouncing from one urgent task to another like a pinball. However, the most effective individuals from world-class athletes to top-tier CEOs understand a fundamental truth. If you do not design your day, someone else will design it for you. Creating an agenda or a daily plan is not merely a bureaucratic exercise on list making. It is a profound act of self-discipline and a strategic necessity for mental well-being. 1. The, physi- the psychology of direction, overcoming decision fatigue. Every morning, we wake up with a finite amount of mental energy, often referred to as a cognitive load. Every choice we make, what to wear, what to eat, which email to answer first, replaces this reserve. This phenomenon is known as decision fatigue. By planning your day the night before or in the early morning, you automate the what and the when. You no longer have to waste willpower deciding what to do at 10 a.m. because the decision has already been made. This preserves your peak mental energy for the actual execution of tasks rather than the delivery of them. Furthermore, writing at length helps mitigate the side effect, the tendency of our brains that obsess over incomplete tasks. And agenda closes. These mental loops silently do your brain that the task is handled, which immediately lowers cortisol levels. 2. Time blocking, the deed of the multitasking. For years, multitasking was praised as the badge of honor. We know, we now know through neuroscientific research that the human brain doesn't not actually multitask. It task switches rapidly, and each switch comes with a cognitive switch cost. This results in a loss of up to 40% of productivity and a significant drop in IQ during the process. Planning your day allows for time blocking, the practice of dedicating a specific window of time to a single focused task. When you have a set agenda, you create sanctuaries for deep work. You know that if you are working on a high priority report at 9 a.m., you don't need to worry up your inbox because you have a dedicated slot for communication later in the afternoon. This singular focus is where true qualities, innovation, and flow stage were born. Three, three. prioritization, and the urgency trap. One of the greatest traps of a compliant day is the urgency trap. We naturally gravitate toward tasks that feel urgent, 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 and ringing phone, a pinging Slack message, or a minor request, but are actually unimportant to our long-term goals. Without a writing plan, your brain defaults to the easiest or loudest task rather than the most impactful one. A daily, agenda- a daily agenda forces you to use prioritization frameworks. It helps you distinguish between things that are important and urgent, urgent, and things that are important but not urgent. This second category is where personal growth, strategic plan, and help reside. If you don't schedule for gym sessions or your study time, the ambient noise of the world will inevitably pass them off your calendar. Planning ensures that your long-term dreams actually get a seat at the table. 4. Aligning with your circadian rhythm. Not all hours are created equal. Some people are larks whose analytic brain peak at 8 a.m., while others who find their creative stride at 9 p.m. An unplanned day ignores this biological reality, often leading us to try and solve complex problems with our energy as it lasts. An agenda allows you to map your hardest task to your highest energy periods. If you know you experience and my afternoon slump around 3 p.m., you can schedule administrative task, filling, or low-stakes meeting during the window. Planning is essentially biology engineering. You optimize your output based on how your body actually functions, rather than fighting against your own nature. 5. Accountability, 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 and the dopamine hit. There is a visceral, psychological satisfaction in crossing an item off a list. This simple action relies on a small amount of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. This creates a positive feedback loop that fuels your momentum for the next task. The sense of progress is vital for mental health. People who do not plan often in their day feeling exhausted but wondering, what did I actually accomplish today? This lack of clarity can lead to boredom. Conversely, a plan provides the tangible evidence of your effort. Even if you only finish 5 or 7 planned tasks, you have a clear record of achievement, which builds self-efficacy, the belief in your own ability to succeed. 6. Emotional freedom and work-life balance. One of the most common counterintuitive benefits of a right plan is that it actually creates more freedom. When you have a clear end time for your work task in your agenda, you give yourself guilt-free permission to relax. Many professionals suffer from where the stress of the office follows them to the dinner table and into their sleep. This happens because the brain hasn't been told that working day is officially over. If you have planned your day and complete your scheduled blocks, you can shut down your laptop with the confidence that everything that needed to happen did happen. Planning defines the boundaries of your life, protecting your family time, your hobbies, and your rest.